So today we're going to be reviewing the Petit Palais from Louis Vuitton. So I've had this bag for a while. I just haven't actually used it that much just because I don't normally use bags that are this big. I'm going to go ahead and give you the overview of the bag, as well as my opinions and some different outfit ideas. It is a little bit cold right now because I am in my basement and it's pretty much winter weather, so I'll be just styling it with different jackets. But let's go ahead and get started. So in terms of some of the interesting features of this bag, so it does have this luggage tag that you can remove, and it also has a lock attached to it. So this is a real lock. Bring this closer. So this is a real lock, and it comes with a key. So if you want to remove the lock, you unlock it with a key, which is how locks work. So that's kind of like a different, unique feature that I've seen on this bag versus some of the other bags I have. It has a strap that attaches diagonally here and here. I don't think that this bag has too much of an issue with tipping. Because I know some other bags just kind of tend to tip based off of how they're hung. But this one actually I think is okay and doesn't have that much of an issue with that. These straps are removable as well with the little clips. Boop, boop, boop. In terms of the interior pockets and organization of this bag, the thing that I really like about it is that it does have two exterior slip pockets. So there's the main compartment, which is a zipper compartment, and then you have slip pockets on both sides, which makes it really, really practical. And these are right here. So, and these are actually really decently sized pockets, so it could easily fit your phone, your wallet, your phone and your wallet, stuff like that, especially because you also have two on both sides. In terms of the main interior compartment, so we have the label here. So this one was made in France, and so there's that, and it's this kind of like burgundy wine color on the inside, and you have two smaller compartments here, so you could also fit your phone, other stuff like that, like in these compartments. And then on the other side you have a larger compartment that just runs pretty much the whole length, so some organization on both sides, which I think is really nice. And then the rest of it is just a large inner compartment. We also have, so for the zipper, you can remove, well, take the zipper from out of inside of the bag. That was a weird sentence, but you could do that and snap it in to the side here. There's like a little button, or you can just leave it tucked into the bag, which is how I prefer to use it. So that's pretty much it for the main details of the bag. There's just kind of the standard additional like details and stamping. So the luggage tag says Louis Vuitton Paris on it. The lock has the LV logo, things of that nature. But in terms of things that fit, so it'll pretty easily fit most of your essentials. That's not really something you'd worry about with this bag. Things to also keep in mind though are that the bottom is just completely flat. There's no little feet on any of the sides, so just be aware of that if you're just planning on putting it down on the ground or something. So that is one thing about this bag that is maybe a little bit less ideal, but worth mentioning. So in terms of what fits, I have a moleskin notebook. So this will easily fit into the main compartment and you have plenty of space. It does not particularly fit well into the slip compartments. It's just going to end up sticking out a lot, and it doesn't really fit in sideways. So if you have a full main compartment and you didn't put your notebook in the main compartment for some reason, it is going to stick out if you put it on the side. This will also actually fit an iPad. So here I have my iPad with the keyboard cover on it, and it fits. It barely fits on the inside. It would be not quite feasible to actually zip the bag at this point. It's just, it sticks out a little bit too much. I think maybe if you remove the cover and you just have a plain iPad, it will slip in just fine. But if you have any sort of cover on it, it will stick out. That being said, I also have a like padded iPad cover sleeve. iPad sleeve. So if we put the iPad in the sleeve for extra protection, then it is definitely, it'll still go in sideways, but it'll just be sticking out a little bit more like this from the side, which I actually don't think is a huge problem, but that's just something to be aware of if you were planning on trying to zip the bag. Just having an iPad also just will make this bag heavy. The bag itself is really light, but if you have heavy items in it, I think it's just because of how thin this shoulder strap is, it'll just feel heavy very quickly compared to a bag that has a thicker strap. So those are just some things to be aware of in terms of practicality. But otherwise, I think this bag works really well. I think it definitely is I get kind of like professional vibes from it. Like it could really easily be used as like some sort of work bag if you're not carrying a lot to work. Things of that nature. You can also dress it down. I think it's just pretty neutral in terms of bags. So I'm going to show you how it looks on. So right now this is set at one of the shorter strap lengths, so that it's more comfortable as a shoulder strap. So this is how it looks here. And then I'll also show you the bag with adjusting the strap length, so it's on a longer length, and I'll show it with a few other outfit options. Okay, so I've adjusted the bag to the longest length, and so it hits lower now, and this is more of the length where if you wanted to wear it as a crossbody you could, and it would hit, well, it hits me about here. I'm 5'6"-ish for reference. So this is how it looks. Yeah. Okay, so here we have this with a brown jacket. The brown here actually matches pretty well with the monogram brown color, so the inside pattern color. So this is kind of how it would look if you were trying to match color that way. And then I'll show you one more option. Here's how this bag looks with a black leather jacket. I will say one thing about this bag is it is a little bit boxy, so I kind of feel like a mailman if I wear it as a crossbody. I actually prefer it more as a shoulder bag. I'd have to, again, adjust the length back down because it just hits a little bit low right now. But I think it's personally a little bit better if you wear it just as a shoulder bag instead of a crossbody. Again, that's just my opinion. So that is what we have for the review of this bag. I think it is pretty functional and practical, just with the number of exterior slip pockets, and there is some interior organization, which I think is really nice. The things I think are worth mentioning about this bag, once again, nothing on the bottom, so no feet. Also, this is the type of leather that will get a patina, so I don't love the patina look. I think it kind of looks like hand grease is on my bag, which I think is basically what's happening. So I've actually treated the leather, so I sprayed all of it to help protect it and keep that from happening. And I was a little bit concerned because I'd never sprayed a bag before, but actually there's no damage whatsoever, which you wouldn't want from trying to protect your bag. So if that is something that you are concerned about, I would actually recommend doing that. But yeah, that's what we have for this bag. I hope you found this review helpful. If there are any questions that you have, you can leave those in the comments and I will do my best to get back to you. Thanks for watching.